Hi, bosses. Welcome to Eduvos. We are your wellness team. We're so excited to have you here. And today we are here to tell you more about what we do, which is wellness. And today, as you see, we have our other lovely wellness team. My name is Bawado Lutoli, and I am the wellness lead for all small campuses. And those include East London, Durban, PE, Mbombela, Bloemfontein, Vanderbilt, and Port. And for the Western Cape,
Hi, everyone. It is such a privilege to be here and to start this journey with you. We are so excited for the year ahead, 2024. My name is Mignon, and I am the wellness lead in the Western Cape, like Babalo mentioned. And that would mean that you can find me on the Tiger Valley campus and also at our brand new Mowbray campus. And our other colleague, Savannah.
Hi guys, so my name is Savannah Naik and I'm the lead for the Gauteng campuses, and yeah, you'll see me around in the Bedfordview and Pretoria campuses, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to being part of your journey.
and to kick off this wonderful presentation, we're going to be letting you in on our wellness strategy.
Hi, everyone. So, me again. I'm going to be talking a little bit about our wellness strategy. And this is really important for us to speak about because it just helps you as a student body understand why we're here, what's important to us, and how we're going to best try and assist you as a wellness team on all of the campuses. So there are a variety of different things that we look at when we consider student wellness. It's not just about your academics. We would love for you to develop as well-functioning students who have a good well-being, who contribute greatly to society. And in order to do that, we need to look at a variety of different aspects. So some of the things that we focus on would be the things that you see on your screen right now. So we look at your emotional wellness, and that has to do with your emotions naturally, but also a little bit more about your mental health and how are we managing those emotions that we're feeling and how are those emotions affecting us on a day-to-day basis. We also want to look at your physical health. Physical health is really important. It goes hand in hand with your emotional health. So we will be doing a few activities throughout the year, just looking at physical health and how to improve physical health. Then also social wellness. So social wellness is really important. And this time of the year, starting at university is super exciting. And it's a time where you get to explore new friendships and get to know new people. And social wellness incorporates all of those things, but also building a strong support system for yourself, for now and for in the future. And often it's your university friends or the friends that you meet while you're doing your tertiary education that really become friends for life. And then also, like we've mentioned, academics. Academics is going to play a huge part in what you're doing here with us while you're studying. And we just want to make sure that we're looking at your academic wellness. So we do lots of presentations on things like stress management and time management and how to handle anxiety and how to manage, workload. So keep a lookout for those things that we do. Then also cultural diversity. So what does that look like? You have now entered into a world where things are so open for you, like you have a whole world to explore, whereas in school sometimes it can be very rigid and you're stuck to one environment and one group of friends, but now you have all these different avenues to explore. So some of our encouragements would be, try and hang out with people you wouldn't necessarily approach out of the norm necessarily, but try to hang out with people that are different from you, maybe that have different interests from you. Those are all things that are going to develop your cultural diversity. And then financial. So we as a wellness team understand that finances as a student can be an interesting topic. You'll probably all say to me, what finances? Because we're students and some of us are not working. So we just want to look at, how can we manage finances as best we can from such a young age, to ensure that we are creating good habits moving forward. So that's just a brief overview of our strategy and the different aspects that we consider as a wellness team when we plan all our events and plan our webinars that we have. And we're going to be talking a lot more about those different things as we go on in this presentation. But for now, I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Savannah, who will be talking to us about why mental health is important.
Okay, guys, so as the wellness team, we do have a very big passion for mental health and talking about it in the contents of tertiary education. And why is it important? I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times that it is important, but I thought we'll just take a little step back. You are about to, you're starting this journey or you on this academic journey with regards to getting that dream that you want, whether it's the house, the car, the whatever it is, the career that you want, working in a certain area. So as this journey, we are trying to guide you as best as we can. And I want you guys now to take a minute to yourself and think, what is your dream car? Okay, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of BMWs, Mercedes, all the fancy names that I probably don't know, Ford Mustang. And in South Africa, you can, get these fancy cars, you get that job, get the car, get into the car, you're not going to go drive over a pothole, the first one you see, now that you've worked so hard for it, right? You're going to be careful. You're not going to drive over potholes. You're going to make sure there's enough petrol. You're going to ensure like the check engine light doesn't come on unless you are like Penny from the Big Bang Theory and you leave that check engine light on. That's not advised. But we try to take care of things that have value to us. So this is a part where we need to take care of our mental health. And we're not going to wait until the petrol lights on, the engine lights on, just to seek help. We got to be proactive. Go to, with your car, you go to the garage, make sure you check the tire pressure and all of that. Do little check ins with regards to yourself and say, am I doing okay? I'm going through a very stressful period. It's just before assessment week. Am I doing okay? Um, Students famously don't, have good healthy habits with regards to eating and sleeping. Just checking, is it gotten a little bit less? That are all just factors that can affect your mental health. And it's just taking that small time to be like, hmm, what can I do to improve my mental health? And we can all do improvements. I know, uh, the wellness team, we always do discuss how we can always improve our own mental health so that we can be there for you guys. Just speaking about this, so how do we even, start this? So I'm just going to hand over so we can talk a little bit more about developing a wellness strategy.
Thank you, Savannah. So, yes, like Savannah mentioned, these things are all important to consider, especially our mental health, and we want to make sure, like that car, that we're looking after our mental health in that way. And there's a few things that you can do, but we have developed something for you that is going to be accessible to all students. You will find this on your MyLMS page. And this is basically just a work booklet that we've designed where you can go in. This is what the page looks like. So I've screenshotted what it would look like on your MyLMS page when you go in there. So you can navigate your way to the MyLMS tile. Then you will click on student wellness. Then you can click on the section that says webinars, workshops, and forums. And there you will find New Year, Fresh Start. You can download that booklet and do it in your own time. But it basically looks at the wellness strategy, which I spoke about earlier. It breaks it down a lot more. And it allows some space for you to think about your year and how you would like to develop your own personalized wellness strategy for the year. Things that you would like to put in place to ensure that you are looking after your general well-being as a student. For example, maybe if we're looking at physical wellness, physical health, maybe you've set a goal for yourself of making sure that you exercise in some way, let's say twice a week. That is a good way to start and develop a wellness strategy, and it's a goal that's definitely doable. And exercise doesn't have to be going to the gym and all of those things. There's so many different things that you can do. You can dance, you can go hike, you can be active in the outdoors. So it gives you some time to brainstorm how you would like to do your own personalized wellness strategy with all the wellness aspects that I've mentioned before. So please do go have a look at that wellness page and that strategy and that booklet and make sure that you spend some time to complete it. I'm now going to hand over back to Savannah, who's going to be talking to you about our peer enrichment program.
So we have a number of programs that we are running, and one of them is our peer enrichment program or mentoring program. So it's aimed at empowering our first year or first generation students at becoming a holistic graduate. We have our mentors who are second or third year VOSI students who are a little bit more experienced, and we have our mentees, our first year students. So no one understands the student journey better than your peers. So we're here, going to pair you faculty specific, campus specific, in order to have this mentoring relationship where you grow and develop how to be the best WASI that you can be. And this is if you need help with guiding with regards to time management, or you have questions of where to find certain places on your campus, your mentor is there for you. And as a mentee, it's an experience to that can grow over years. We know that a lot of our mentors and mentees, they continue this professional relationship throughout their journey at Eduvos and even in the workplace, where these are people that you can always just you're going into the same career, you can always just chat to them if you need some. You've been there before. How do you do it? It's a wonderful program, and I encourage you guys to sign up for it, whether you want to be a mentor and you're a second or third year student, or you're a mentee and or first year student. We have communication that will be sent out. There's also posters on campus, and you can always reach out to any one of us personally, and we will assist you per campus. Okay, now we also have another wonderful program that we're also very passionate about called our Mental Health Ambassadors, and I'm going to be handing over.
So, Mental Health Ambassadors. This is one of our initiatives we are very proud of. Well, I mean, we're proud of all of them, but Mental Health Ambassadors is something quite close to our heart, and this is something that our psychology students can get involved in. So, who are the mental health ambassadors? These are our third year psychology students who have applied to become a mental health ambassador. They are students who have undergone training, not only training in their degree itself, but also an extra module that we have created specifically for them to train them in areas of mental health related to students and the campus setting. Our mental health ambassadors really play an important role in trying to break the stigma around mental health challenges on our campuses. They really are on the ground level with you. They are students, they've been through it, they understand what you're going through. And they are also students who want to be there for you. They want to be part of the process. They want to kind of make a change when it comes to mental health and what that would look like. So our mental health ambassadors do a lot of activities on campus. Here are some photos to see what they have done before. So we have a mental health awareness month, and last year we wore green for that. Green is the color for mental health awareness, and it's probably something you'll be seeing again in 2024. And as you can see, our mental health ambassadors are very attuned or in tune to what the students need. So they often will take some time to speak to you guys and make sure that what they're doing on campus is related to changes or things that you would like to see on the campus. They are passionate individuals, and we are very excited for you to meet them. So keep an eye and an ear out, a lookout for the announcement of who your mental health ambassadors will be per campus. And like Savannah said, we have so many different programs that we are proud of. And there's so many different things that we're doing on campus at a wellness level. So I'm going to hand over to Babalo, who will be talking a bit more about the campus events.
Yes, thank you so much. So, what's happening in the wellness space? I'm here to tell you that fun is our second name, by the way. We are excited to share with you some very important dates to look forward to as we roll out our programs, events, and our initiatives. So, I do advise you to please mark your calendars, have a pen and paper, write it somewhere. We will be sending communications, however, to remind you because we do understand that it can get busy and sometimes we forget stuff. So don't worry, we'll be sending out communication just to remind you of these fun events because we don't want you to miss out. So to kick off the year and just have some fun, we have two very important dates that are coming up for our block one. We have our Human Rights Day. Details specific details on that event will be shared with you with the campuses, and we'll send communications like I have mentioned. We also have our World Health Day and Earth Day that we'll also be celebrating. And again, communication will be sent out to you guys as a reminder. So for our block two, I'm just also going to give you a run down on those activities and those events. And again, I will remind you again that communication will be sent out as a reminder. We'll have Africa Day that we'll be celebrating. I'm looking forward to that, and it's going to be fun, I promise you. And we also have our International Children's Day, and then we have our Youth Day, and that is like everybody's day because everybody's, we are all with it heart. So everybody, I'm sure, is looking forward to that. And then for block three, we have Women's Day, celebrating all the brilliant women out there. We also have World Suicide Prevention that will also be shining a spotlight on because I think it's a very important topic. And then for Block 4, we will have a webinar and topic details and everything will be shared closer to the date. And then we have World Trauma Day, and then we have Stress Awareness Day, and then to just close off the year, we will have Kindness Day. And again, all details pertaining to these events and these initiatives will be shared with you. And for campus-specific events, campuses will share communication with you guys as a reminder. And the fun doesn't stop there. If you're looking, we also have my LMS page. I'm sure you've heard me and did mention that earlier on, but I'm just going to mention it again. We have a page on my LMS. I do advise you to just go over there and look. It's fun. You'll find very useful things. Okay, so the page is designed for you to just have easy access on all our resources. So what you'll find within that page, we have our national events, we have our webinars, our workshops, our forums. So if you miss a workshop, you miss a webinar, don't worry about it. You can always just go back to our my LMS page and then you find the recording and you just listen to it. And this is also where you will find the self-help resources. So if you're looking for information on stress management, student anxiety, resilience, if you can just go over to the page and you will find all that information there ready for you. And then we also have a podcast, which is our pride and joy. But I'm not going to bore you and explain it because I know someone who loves it so much. So I'm just going to hand it over to Mignon to explain more the podcast. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Babalo. And yes, she is correct in saying that I absolutely love this podcast and cannot wait to share it with you all. So our podcast is called the Walking in Wellness Podcast. This is an initiative that we started at some point during 2023. And it's really been going so well. So the idea behind this podcast is really to engage in topics that you as a student body are interested in hearing about, topics that you want to know more information about. And best of all is often we include guest speakers in these podcasts, professionals in the field, to talk about specific topics so that you are more informed, and definitely not just hearing our voices, but the voices of the professional world around you. So Milam S, like Babalo said, it needs to become your best friend. That student wellness tile is the place to be. And that is where you'll be able to find our Walking in Wellness podcast. Some of the things that we've already posted that are still going to be available to you in 2024 are topics like stress management, emotional intelligence. Let's talk about anxiety. All those kinds of topics are what we talk about there. And we'll also be sending out a form as soon as possible, just asking you all what you want us to talk about on that podcast. And depending on responses, we'll try and delve into as many topics as possible. But as you can imagine, we are a huge student body, so we might not get to everything, but we will definitely touch on topics that are going to be most important to you and close to your heart. So that is our wellness podcast. And next up, we have our community projects.
Thank you so much. And just to touch on the podcast, please do look forward for our next episode. It's going to be exciting and very relevant to you guys. Our next topic is going to be on social media, and we have a very special guest, but I'm not going to, spoil everything for you guys. So just look forward to that. And yes, we do community projects. We do encourage working and just giving back to the community. So we do host community projects, and each campus, they have their specific community projects happening. So communication regarding those, your SAAs will give you details and information on those. So do have a conversation with your SAAs if you are interested. Join a community club on your campuses. Ask them for more information, and they will give you very comprehensive information so that you are well aware of what's happening in that space. And next up, we have our counseling services.
So we talk about how important mental health is, and we really take this very seriously. So we do have services that can assist you if you are struggling in any form. And one of it is that we do have 24-hour counseling services that is telephonic, which we have partnered with Universal. And information with regards to this will be sent to your student email. Malame, our favorite word. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to hear that quite a lot today. But yeah, look for that information. It'll also be around campus. Marketing will have, posters and stuff. So keep an eye open for that. And on campus, we're going to be having support groups that is going to be campus specific. So support groups ideally are, we join together with common issues, common problems that we are facing, and there's a lot of positive that can come from there. A lot of students find that, just hearing from others that they are not alone in this experience is so beneficial. So we've had support groups with regards to depression, anxiety, and at my campuses, we did have something with the art group. Like Babala said, we like to put the fun in things. And yeah, these are just campus specific support groups. So look out for it. If you have a suggestion, we're here for you guys. We want to hear about it. And that's how we will be running. We want to hear from you guys. We are here for you. And we are the wellness leads. And this is the way we can communicate with us. Handing over to Babalo.
Thank you so much. Yes, once again, guys, welcome to Eduvos. We are honored to have you here. And please do not hesitate to reach out to us. If you need assistance with anything, please do contact your student wellness lead. We are more than willing to help you. And I think throughout the presentation, you guys now might know how important my LMS is. So I'm just going to reiterate that please do go check out my LMS, because that is where you will find everything necessary for you to just navigate, this new environment. So please do, even if it's not wellness, but just go my LMS. That is where you'll find everything. It will help you navigate. So once again, welcome. We are excited. We are honored to have you here, and we wish you nothing but the best for the year. Thank you.
And now, Vossies, for some of our most exciting news. So Babalo has touched on this a little bit. She's spoken about Universal and the counseling services that are available. I would just like to elaborate a little bit more on what is available to you as a student who is enrolled at Eduvos. So we have partnered with Universal, and what does that mean for you? That means that you have access to telephonic counseling 24/7, 365 days of the year, all at no cost to you as the student. So we just want to let you know that as far as mental health is concerned, we want to make sure that we really do give you the resources available, the resources that you need to truly succeed. I just want to tell you a little bit more about how these services work and when they'll be available. So all these services will be available from the 1st of March 2024. So that is around the corner. And how you will get hold of Universal, we will be sending you numbers that you can use to get hold of them. There's a toll-free line that you can use. You can get hold of them via email. They also have a please call me function, and then they will call you back. So what happens is you call in, and you will then receive counseling services from one of the registered counseling professionals that work for Universal. So some of you might ask, but what happens if I'm speaking to a counsellor and then I want to call again and I'm with a different counsellor? So we have spoken to Universal and arranged that if you would like to meet the same counsellor, then you can arrange with that counsellor at the end of the call for them to call you back at a specific time. It might be a couple of minutes out, depending on the schedule, but we wanted to make sure that we really do have the best care for you as our students. So not only do you have counselling services at the touch of a button, but there's also a U Wellness app that you will be able to download. So what happens on this U Wellness app? There's daily wellness tips. There's a mood checker, which is really great. If any of you have ever used a mood tracker before, you can track how you're doing and for what periods of time. So if you've noticed that for longer than 2 weeks, I'm really not feeling well, I'm not doing okay, then that is something that you can bring to our attention or your counsellor's attention, and we can see, what to do from there. There are self-assessments, there's emergency contact information, there's wellness calculators and tools, so you can track your health, set goals. There's also a breathing coach that can aid you with relaxation and stress reduction. This app really is fantastic, and there's also a Medibucks function. So what happens is you as a student have this app, and on this app you have a healthcare payment wallet. So you will then be able to do direct cashless payments to any Universal Network providers. So this is more on the physical health side of things. So if you're needing to see a doctor or something like that, or even a counselor. So there will be certain doctors and counselors that will be part of the Universal Network providers. And they have, because of our partnership, offered to give discounted rates for students that are at Eduvos. So you will have access to all of these benefits. So this will include consultations that are over video, which will link you to healthcare providers in a cost-effective way, like I've mentioned, and you'll be able to get generated prescriptions over the e-generated prescriptions. You'll also be able to get referrals and sick notes, depending on the availability of funds in your Medibucks wallet. You'll also be able to schedule appointments. So there's really a lot of different things that Universal has to offer for Eduvos, for you as our students, and we're excited about this partnership because it's really going to create easily accessible and affordable healthcare and psychological care for all of you as our students.